There are so many wonderful plants around and in this beautiful garden that I need to show you some of them because they deserve to be in a lot more gardens. Number one is this guy. It's called Miscanthus. You can see it's grass-like. It's got these lovely linear leaves with the variegated edging. And that's what makes this grass really special. It's just not green. No, it's got this awesome variegation that really makes it stand out. It's lovely and tall. You can see it's taller than my waist. It's over a meter, I hope at least. And at least it gives you that height that we might be looking for in some of our gardens. It loves growing in the full sun or here under the trees and under the shade of the jacaranda. Can cope with even quite a bit of semi-shade. Once a year you need to prune this guy back hard. And I mean right down to absolutely nothing, to stalks. Put a bit of compost around it and away it comes again. Because if you let it go and just let it carry on and on and on, it starts getting really scraggly and not doing what you want it to do. So Miscanthus is the baby. You're going to find lots of other variations of it in your local garden centre, but lay your hands on one and put it into your garden. Another great pond margin plant right here in this garden is a sorrel. Now, many of you might recognize the leaf of this plant. Yeah, we've used this in herb gardens, but you'll say, but Tanya, what is the herb plant doing right here? Well, sorrel is actually a great pond margin, or what we call bog plant. Now, a couple of attributes of this baby. A, it can grow in semi-shade or in full sun. It also, where it gets its name from, take a look at that, you see, redness. That's why it's called bloody sorrel, because that's exactly where it gets its name. So if we had to let it go in our ordinary gardens and in our perennial beds and just let it do its thing, look how tall it's getting, almost shoulder length with these beautiful flowers. It's all in bud that's about to burst out. So if you're looking for something to give you some height into the garden, whether it be even in the depths, deeper into garden beds, or you're looking for a plant that can cope with growing with wet feet, in other words, a very damp part of the garden, then sorrel is the way to go. There are many great plants that you can use around the water's edge, and I've just spotted another fantastic one. This is the member of the papyrus family. Very, very common, in fact, probably as common as mud. It has a beautiful inflorescence. Now, inflorescence means it's flowers. Look at the way that the flowers are emerged just here, directly off the leaves. Nice, short growing, so it only gets to about half a meter, but spreads. So give it lots of room, because that's what it needs. Semi-shade or full sun, lovely large leaves which work as a beautiful contrast against that flat surface of the water. All you need to do once a year is give it a good hard pruning, prune it back, treat it like a grass, and it will reward you for years to come. Besides the pond margin plants that we've spoken about, there's also another aspect when you're having any type of pond. It's about reflections. What plants are you going to use in and around it so that you get some height and you get that awesome different dimension into and across the water, which is called the reflections. So plants that have been used here in this garden are fantastic. And this beautiful, handsome specimen is called a copper beech. Now, copper beech has this fabulous, fabulous foliage. You can see it. I mean, just look at it. It is maroon, almost copper-like as it's named. It's a deciduous tree, so it loses all of its leaves in winter, and that's a great thing, because when it loses its leaves, yes, you're getting the sun through, which is what we want in the winter months. In spring, out it comes with these little bright red leaves that are starting to uncurl and then go into this deep, luxurious, lovely copper color. Great for any garden. Remember, it only likes growing in colder climates. So you can't grow this anywhere on the coast or where you have excessive humidity. This plant needs really cold winters, because then you'll get rewarded with beautiful copper leaves like this in the summer.